Hi, water signs. It's me, your fave. So, in case if you're new here, hi, my name is B. If you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. If you clicked on my face, and obviously you know why we're here, we're gonna do a quick "How do they feel about you?" I'm gonna try to make it quick. They haven't really been that quick. I'm gonna try to wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Get on up out of here. Anyway, it's going to be for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you don't know your birth chart placements, don't know astrology, Google your birth chart. Everything should be pretty self-explanatory. That's about the best I got. Okay. Like, share, subscribe. I am open for personal readings. You can find my other platforms down below in the description box. Quick disclaimer, because I know that I have been being asked this excuse me, as of lately, when I do content, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, TikTok, I always post for your information first. What does that mean? If you're cross watching and you know your birth stuff and you trying to figure out if you should read these love readings or watch these, if you should watch these based off of your information or their information, always yours. I'm gonna always have you advocate, and I'm gonna always advocate for you reading for yourself first. So watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, regardless of what element or sign it's in. And then past that, if you feel like messages don't resonate, or if you just nosy like moi and you just want to know what's going on, then check for their signs. Cool, cool. So let's jump in. I've already done air signs. I've already done fire signs. Earth signs should be uploading right now. And now we have y'all. So let's go ahead and see what the T is for my water sign babies. What does the person on their mind and on their heart have to say about them? Or like, what do they feel? What do they want to say to this person? To my person watching. Sapiosexual is here. Naked is here. Separation and breakup, lack of attention. I saw lack of attention twice. It tried to jump out the first time when I was pulling cards, and now here it is again as I'm like officially pulling. There is someone else, and let me take you out. Sapiosexual makes me feel like I actually heard picking your brain. If you know sapiosexual, then you know sapiosexual is really just people being sexually aroused through mental stimulation. But honestly, looking at it and what I kind of heard as I was pulling the rest of these cards is someone might want to pick your brain. Excuse me. There could have be issues with communication since I keep coughing. The naked card is right next to it though. So this makes me feel like someone wants to pick your brain and kind of like unravel you. Naked next to this doesn't give me a heavily sexual energy. This makes me feel like someone wants to pick your brain, person watching, and they want to kind of uncover you until you're bare, like mentally. You know how sometimes, like Scorpio, y'all are real good at this, and I kind of have learned to kind of do this a little bit from Scorpios, but I guess I am a sidereal Scorpio Mercury. Scorpios are notorious for picking your brain and kind of getting you down to your core. They can kind of understand who you are at your core by picking your brain and asking you the right questions. Sometimes Scorpio can ask questions in a very like interrogation style manner, as if they're trying to catch you in something. But a lot of the times I've noticed and realized they're just picking your brain because they're trying to really see who you are underneath it all. They don't really care to talk about what your favorite color is and all of that stuff. They want to know that about that time you reacted really violently to that one thing, and they want to know what made you click, what made you do that, and kind of really get to again who you are underneath it all, right? Being naked is, in a physical sense, is about what you look underneath your garments. This makes me feel like someone wants to know who you are underneath it all mentally. What they want to say to you isn't really like what they want to say. This feels like someone who wants to maybe just like pick your brain. So this feels less about I have to say this to water sign and more about I want to sit down and engage in a conversation with water sign so I can really kind of pick up mentally and emotionally who they are, where they really are, what they really feel, and stuff like that. This does feel like someone you have broken up with and separated from, though, with the separation and breakup card. Please keep your distance is the message on this card. So again, you could, maybe person watching, want this person to keep their distance. This could actually be someone who you might feel like, please stay over there. Okay. Not only that, there is someone else, makes me feel like, water sign, you might be dealing with someone else. Okay. You might have someone else that is on your mind. You might have someone else who you're entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I will say, whoever this is that you broke up with, though, is still keeping tabs on you. Okay. Look at him standing in the doorway as these two are laid up on the couch. Look at her checking her phone. She can't even just embrace the hug that she's in with this person, because she's checking someone's social media, or at least it seems like this is someone who is checking your social media. You know what I'm saying? You can't even just be around who you around. You can't even just enjoy the people that's enjoying you. You can't even just let, I'm hearing, bygones be bygones, because you're kind of still stuck on something. So this is someone who, water sign, you might have distanced yourself, and for you it's like, you stay over there, I'll stay over here, life goes on, right? Versus someone who, again, is still keeping tabs on you. You might have moved on, you're dealing with somebody else, but again, they're watching you move on. Okay, they're watching your social media. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said she can't even just embrace the hug. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else is like really embracing this hug with her, and she's like too busy in her phone to really just even hug them back for real. So this is someone who, if they do have anything to say to you, is that they're still watching you, is what I'm getting. I'm still watching you. I'm still keeping tabs. I know that there's someone else. You know, this could even be someone who wants to take you out to dinner, is here also. So this feels kind of on brand. Y'all know I like to make my readings and my stuff a little interpersonal. And I think it's really, really interesting also. Like, okay, a little bit of tea about my life. My divine masculine wrote me like a week ago. Just on some, I'm gonna be in Atlanta soon, and I would love to, if you're free, go out and get dinner or whatever he said. But this feels very similar. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, somebody might just want to pick your brain, and they might want to just see where you are. Like, that's what this sapiosexual card is giving me. I'm not really picking up there's anything specific they want to say to you, as much as it is, this might be someone who you've broken up from them. You're obviously moving on, water signs. Y'all are obviously having fun. Y'all are obviously like not giving this person any attention. And not only do they want to take you out for dinner and conversation, like this feels like dinner. And I heard dinner in a movie, but this could be just like dinner, again, a glass of wine, as you can see, right? And some nice conversation. And the conversation feels like, I honestly just want to pick your brain, you know, intuitively. This feels like someone who might want to pick your brain to see where your head is at with them, and where your heart is at with them, since you've clearly moved on. Like, moved on, separation, breakup, there's someone else, lack of attention. It's very clear that, water signs, you've been checked out. Or if you're cross watching, the person you cross watching for had been checked out. So it's like, now they want to come pick your brain to kind of see if, like, you still fucking with them, or if you still might have it for them. Like, is what this kind of seems like. Oh, my head is itching. Give me this sapiosexual card. Give me this sapiosexual and this naked card. What is that about? Mature woman. So this kind of feels like, regardless of if you're a woman or not, feels like your energy. It feels like you're the one that's being mature. You're the one that operates in a very mature manner, very wise. So give me this sapiosexual and this naked card. Yeah, concern, right? What is the concern? Journey. Yeah, because you moved on. You look at him about to board this plane. Look at him about to board this train. So this feels like, yeah, someone who, they understand that you're wise. You're very, like, grown. It's, for some of you, this could even indicate that you've matured since this connection, and they see how you've matured and you've grown and you've gained wisdom since this connection. The concern makes me feel like, exactly like I said, right? Where it's like, now I want to come pick your brain. Not because I necessarily like have anything specific to say, but because I'm concerned. Water signs, I feel like this person that's on your mind, in your energy, that you're thinking about, that it might shit still be thinking about you even if you're not thinking about them. It feels very like I'm worried that person watching is gonna move on. I'm worried that they've already moved on. They've already separated themselves and distanced themselves, and the lack of attention, and now like the train has left the station is what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the analogy for this card because I just went to New Orleans not too long ago, and I went home, and then me and my homeboy went and did a road trip for his birthday. But I rode the train just for shits and giggles because I had never rode the train before. And I remember being at my stop, and I don't know why I have a habit of doing this, but before I do anything, I guess it's childhood. Before I do anything, I have to use the bathroom. So they were coming up on the stop for me to get off, and I was like, oh, I gotta pee. And right, really by the skin of my teeth, I like grabbed my bag, got to the door, and right as like the last two people were boarding the train for me to get off. And I remember the lady was just like, girl, you almost missed your stop. Like where were you? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's something to consider too, right? If you miss your stop, you supposed to get off or you supposed to get on, you're fucked. There is no backtracking with the train. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to the next city where the next train station is, and you're gonna have to get off there, right? So this makes me feel like, with especially with the journey card, the concern feels for this person like maybe they've missed their stop, maybe they've missed their destination, or maybe they've missed their train. Person watching, I don't know if you feel like you board in the train to like something new, or maybe you've been on this train and you got off of it and they were supposed to get off of it and they didn't. Like, there's some concern here with like your journey, because whoever is thinking about you is thinking so much about you, they're not thinking about themselves. So again, the concern card is like, I want to come sit down and have dinner and conversation with person watching. You know what I'm saying? Have a little glass of wine or a little drink or whatever, because I want to pick their brain. I want to pick their heart. I want to see if they still care about me. I want to see if there's still a chance. Really is honestly what this feels like. I will say it seems like you've met someone new. Who else got that earth signs? So you might have some earth in your chart, water sign. But I know earth signs kind of got that too, where it's like, somebody's still kind of fucked up about how they treated them. But earth signs seem like, oh, I'm not on that. You know what I'm saying? That train has left the station. You know what I'm saying? That ship has sailed. Like, I'm not even on that with you no more. This feels a little similar. Give me some, what do they want to say to my person watching? What do they want to say to my person watching? Mature man, yeah. So this is someone who, again, wants to kind of come in and see if they can match you, or see if it's too late to match you. Child makes me feel like new beginning. So yeah, this is someone who could want a new beginning, but they aren't being forthright about it. What they want to say to you, again, feels more like, I want to pick your brain and I want to kind of see where your head is, and then I can, show you where my head is, and hopefully we can do something, is what this feels like. Mature man, mature woman is already out here. So this makes me feel like someone, again, who you might have separated from, wants to pick your brain, but also wants to show you that they're a mature man. Like, they can match you, like they're on your level. Yeah, message of concern. So we have two cards of concern. Water sign, this person on your mind is very concerned. Okay, the person you watching for, the person that you have been with, okay, whether you separated and maybe you like, girl, I clicked on this because I was hoping you talked to me about my new boo, right? But your old boo is still very, very, very prominent in your energy. So they're coming out. You have two messages of concern. This is someone who is very concerned, especially if you like, girl, I clicked on this to see if you had some new information for me, because I got somebody I'm newly freshly talking to. This person also knows that you have someone new and fresh that you're talking to. You have two fives here also, so 5-5 or 55. 555 or 55 could be a thing. Okay, but there's changes and transformations. This almost feels like this person wants to show you that they can change, that they can transform. And shit, they watching you so bad, so where maybe you maybe said something, because again, you see you see, we got one car, he watching them from the doorway. The other car, she watching from her phone. So it's giving somebody's definitely keeping tabs on you, water signs, and whoever this is might be very concerned. You might be maybe talking on social media or something, or they might be wanting to emulate somebody that they feel like you like or something like that. But it's like, I don't know, I'm getting concern, I'm getting like message of concern. Like, even if this is the person, this feels like, even if they look on your social media and see you talking about somebody else or dating somebody else or whatever, it feels like a message of concern. They check their phone and they look at your social media, your Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook or whatever, and it's like, oh, she dating him, oh my god. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they really are moving on, maybe they really are. Like, I keep getting that message of concern, like being worried about something. They're worried about something, and that's why they want to come in and kind of pick your brain apart too, to kind of see where your head is. I just keep getting that over and over and over again. I'm sorry if that sounds like I'm being repetitive, but that's like the main energy coming through here. Great fortune is down at the bottom of the deck, but we also have main male down at the bottom of the deck. So this person also could, yeah, I feel like the biggest concern here is that you're gonna move on from them and then find somebody that really makes you happy. Because great fortune doesn't feel like them. Great fortune makes me feel like you might come up on a meal ticket. Imagine water signs leaving me and then hitting the jackpot. Is what this kind of feel like. And they watching you move on. They watching you distance yourself. They watching you enjoy your options. They watching you have options, have fun, go about life and live it. They see you on your journey. They understand that you're on a journey. Choo choo, this train is about to leave the station. You either then already got on that motherfucker, you just not got off of it, or you're about to get on it. Regardless, they're watching. They see you either about to get off this train and start a new journey, or to board a train to start a new journey. And now it's like, oh, I'm concerned. I actually don't like this energy a little bit for y'all, because me personally, and I can't tell you what to do, I'm only the reader, right? Me personally, I don't like no person like that. Don't wait until you see me moving on and living life and happy and making money and getting fed well and good and all of this stuff, and then now you want to act like, so do you miss me? No. Don't ask me if I miss you after I'm done missing you. Like, that ship has sailed. That train has left the station. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say that enough. Like, you just should have been there when you should have been there. You just should have showed up when you should have showed up. Don't wait until you see me being nice and happy and moving on and I done separated myself and I'm going on about my life to now want to act like you're just so concerned and you want to clutch your motherfucking pearls. That don't make sense. Because you think I'm going to look up and find somebody who can really love me. You should have just been that person. What else do they want to say? Yeah, marriage. What? I don't. What else do they want to say? And then the marriage card feel a little. I don't know. Water signs. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah. Great fortune, marriage, family room, main female. So it's like, give me a card on marriage and family room. Is this person, or is this what they're worried that water signs will get? Do they want this, or is they worried? House, yeah, courtship. So this makes me feel like courtship down at the bottom of the deck, false person. So this makes me feel like someone is actually really worried that you're gonna get this. Great fortune, marriage, family room, house, courtship. This is someone who's worried that, yeah, you're gonna come into some great fortune, which means you're gonna find somebody who wants to marry you. They'll probably put you up in the house if you're a woman. If you're not a woman and you're a man, maybe this is a woman who makes you feel stable. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to deal with women who want to fight, argue, give you a headache. Maybe this is someone who can feel very, very stable to you. Maybe this is a woman who feels like home. Maybe this is a man who feels like home. Maybe y'all have a home together, right? Someone who, maybe if you're a man, turns the house into a home. Okay, where it's like, shit, yeah, I got my house, but see, I done fucked around and got married, and now my house ain't just a house. My house is a home. This is a family room. This ain't just a living room no more. You know what I'm saying? But this is us. I just saw a meme too, like, earlier today that I thought was cute from 50 Shades of Grey. When they pulled up and she was like, "This is your house," and he was like, "This is our house. This ain't just my house." You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's my house, but nah, this is our house. This is our house. We all in this together. High School motherfucking musical. This feels like whoever's still in your energy, water signs, is very concerned that you'll find that. And it doesn't necessarily intuitively. This doesn't feel like because I don't want them to find that. This feels intuitively like because I want it to be me. Does that make sense? It's not that they feel like you are undeserving of the house and the home and the family and the perks and the this and the that. It's not that they feel like you're undeserving of getting married. Regardless of, like I said, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, gender nonconformist, whatever, and whoever you're dealing with, regardless of what they got going on, it's not that they don't feel like you're undeserving. This feels like someone who feels like it should be them. I don't want it to be nobody else. I don't want it to be whoever Shawty laid up with on his couch. I want it to be me. That's why he's standing here in this doorway. Because in somebody's mind, they feel like that's supposed to be me. That's supposed to be my wife. That's supposed to be my house. That's supposed to be my family. That's supposed to be our journey together. Now let me ask a couple of questions because I haven't been using my tarot cards to ask advice. I've actually just been continuing it with what is it that they want to say to you. But with this, let's shift it a little bit because now I'm curious. Whoever this person is, who's concerned, this feeling, this fear, is it genuine? Is what I want to know. Is it genuine or is this just a ploy to keep my water signs stuck? But is this a genuine energy? I honestly would say it's a ploy to keep you stuck, unfortunately. Three of Swords is here with the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups, again, is the fantasy of the thing, even though it's also like the emotional fulfillment of a home and a house and family, right? It is the emotional fulfillment and satisfactory of it all. But that next to the Three of Swords makes me feel like there still will be a level of disappointment and there still will be a level of hurt. You know, this also makes me feel like I said, someone who's coming back not because they want to really do right by you, but because they don't want you to move on. A lot of the time people like, you know how and you grow up and you hear people act like, oh, you know, this person knows where home is, like they won't let me move on, like they always come back to me. That's not a flex. It's not. Sometimes people come back to you just because they don't want to bruise their own fucking ego, and because it hurts their own pride and it hurts their own feelings. Because see, they felt like they was so hot shit. They feel like they so goody two shoes or so full of themselves or whatever, to where it hurts their pride, it hurt their ego more than it hurt their heart for real that you've moved on. So again, do I feel like this is someone who feels like you're undeserving of love, family, happiness, marriage? No. But judging these cards, is this someone who can genuinely give it to you, or who might really be willing to do the work, put in the work that you need to get it done? This is someone who want to take you out to dinner, pick your brain. Probably, I'm hearing wine and dine you, so they might come back and say all the right shit or do all the right shit. Again, one thing about brain pickers, right, which is why I don't really like to have them around me in my atmosphere, because it's one thing to pick your brain innocently and to just want to like get a deeper feel of the person, and it's another thing to want to pick your brain because now you want to play chess, not checkers. And a lot of people, unfortunately, brain pickers really do it to play chess, not checkers. It's not always because I really just want to know deeper about you and I really just want to, you know what I'm saying, like really know you and learn you. A lot of the time it be because I want to see what type of person you is. I want to see how you gonna move. I want to see if I can get over on you. I want to see if I can milk you to come back and be wrapped around my finger again, because that's really what makes me feel like I'm putting some salving on my motherfucking ego. Give me a couple more cards about if this is genuine or if this is sincere. Yeah, Queen of Cups. Yeah, so for my feminine energies watching this, it would not be advised to go back. Queen of Cups fell directly on this Three of Cups. So this feels like if you've already moved on, especially if you're a feminine energy, that don't mean you got hips, lips, fingertips. That means that you're in your feminine energy, regardless of your genital parts. If you are a feminine, you're in your feminine energy, it would not be advised for you to go back. Okay, because this would be someone who really is coming back to just sell you all of the shit. For some of you, this is your message of concern. The message of concern is your energy, right? Where it's just like, oh, I want to go, like, I think I did share this, or was it in the last video? My divine masculine wrote me talking about wanting to go to dinner next month. And I mean, we can go to dinner, but there's no, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, in my mind, I'm already knowing, right? There's no point in trying to pick my brain. I hope you're not trying to go to dinner because you feel like this is going to go somewhere, because I'm already knowing what game you playing, right? But it was definitely a message of concern for me, of just like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Especially for a motherfucker like me, because in my personal experience, don't come want to have dinner with me and drive out to the city and have dinner with me now. Last year, 2 years ago, when I wanted you to do that, you was acting like, oh, you was just so up to your neck in problems and you just couldn't tear away and you was just so busy. And all of a sudden, you like, well, what you doing next month? I don't know. But that's as far as it's getting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not interested in rekindling anything. I've definitely moved on. I'm going to continue to move on. That just works for me. And I 100% feel like this is someone who would come back to sell me a dream. So this feels very similar. The message of concern might be your card. You know what I'm saying? You're moving toward greatness. You're moving toward, fortune. For a lot of you water signs, you will have the family room, the happy life, happy wife, the husband, the marriage, the all of the things, all of the theatrics. You'll be courted. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who will either want to buy you a home or move you into their home, or as a man and you watching this, maybe it's somebody, you meet a woman and, you know what I'm saying, even though you have your own home, now you finally meet someone who can make your home, your house, a home, who come in, she cook. You know what I'm saying? It's not just you as a bachelor, you as a bachelorette no more. This is a family now. This is a unit now. We are a team. This is Shaq and Kobe. For a lot of you, you're on your way to find that. I feel like for some of you, this will be a test that's coming up to see if you really gonna stick to what you know or if you gonna go backwards. Oh yeah, 27 minutes. A lot of queen energy here. Queen of Wands is here. Yeah, Five of Pentacles is reversed. Someone doesn't want to be left out in the cold. That's really the main thing. Queen of Wands is here. So this makes me feel like not only think about your emotions, not only think about what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel seen, heard, appreciated, right? But this is also a time to remember your power also. Don't let nobody back into your life that you didn't kick them out. Remember why you kicked them out in the first place. Okay? And really have some real morals and values and some genuine beliefs. You know what I'm saying? The Hierophant card is reversed. So this is not the time to be trying to backslide on your boundaries, backslide on your beliefs, on your morals. If you know that motherfuckers is not up to par, if you know that past people and you done told yourself I ain't never going back to them, don't go back. If you know that they didn't value you, if you know you wasn't a part of their moral code, they didn't move out of a moral compass and a healthy belief system when y'all was dealing with each other, they not finna start doing that shit now. 100%. This feels like what somebody wants to say to you, water signs, is that even though they don't necessarily want to do right by you, they really don't want you to move on either. Give me one more card on if this person has genuinely changed, just to double confirm. Has this person that wants to come back and pick their brain, have they really changed? Have they genuinely changed? Are they genuinely serious about trying to do right by person watching, or what? Is this really serious? Are they really wanting to commit? Do they really want to be with person watching? And Nine of Cups is here. So again, like I said, there's fulfillment. You make them happy. That don't mean that they changed and that they willing to do what needs to be done and that they just like really there for you. Again, this makes me feel like happiness. That doesn't necessarily have to be that you make them happy. This could just be that they trying to find happiness wherever they can get it from. This is very similar to earth signs readings in the sense of the house card, right? Just like I said, it's easy to go back to something because it feels familiar. You know what I'm saying? It's a point of reference. When was the last time you felt happy? Right? When's the last time you felt safe? When's the last time? Who's the last person you felt happy or felt safe with? It's always a point of reference. That don't necessarily mean that they're ready and willing to do the work. That just means that you either at one point was their happiness, or they still trying to find happiness, and now they're going back to what made them happy. This can also indicate that, yeah, again, they see you as wish fulfillment. They like you, they love you, they, have an emotional connection to you, but that don't necessarily read as they've done the work. I'm going to pull another card. Have they really done the work? Are they really serious? Are they really ready to commit and to be with person watching, to be with my water signs? Are they willing and ready to step up, to have marriage, a home, a family room, to do what's needing to be done, to really actually like do right by my water signs? Ten of Wands reverse. And I'm gonna be honest, this makes me feel like no. I'm gonna be honest. The Ten of Wands reverse card is about releasing baggage, or like finally releasing the baggage. But this made me feel like they still might have a lot of baggage that they need to release. So even though they might love you and they might see you as like wish fulfillment, they themselves, like I said, it's not even that they feel like you don't deserve love, loyalty, the family, the this, the that, and all of the theatrics. They believe you deserve it. They just want to be the ones to give it to you. But are they in the right position? Are they going to actually give it to you? This feels like it'll end in disappointment. They have good intentions, is what this feels like. But do they have a good execution? Probably not. Love ain't enough. You can't just love and, oh, this is, but I'm happy here. Okay, but are they pouring into you? Are you pouring into them? Are they doing the work? This makes me feel like it's less about they've done the work and more about let me hurry up and rush in and try to get person watching back before somebody else does, because I don't want anyone else to have them. I want to have them. But see, there's still a lot of baggage and a lot of issues. There's still like some third party situations going on, whether it be money, family, friends, baby mamas, kids, the job, whatever. There's something still kind of blocking, and it'll still cause some disappointment. So I just don't think it would be advised to actually go back to this. I'm seeing water signs. So y'all are here: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm seeing fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I'm seeing an emphasis on Sagittarius with Taurus. Hierophant for me is a Sagittarius card, but also a Taurus card. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, this made me feel like I would be very careful with whoever this is. You have someone new coming in if you haven't met them already. Okay? And I think you'll like that a lot better. I think you'll hit the jackpot, but it won't be with the person that might be trying to take you out to talk about it. Okay, there's definitely someone from the past who is trying to pick your brain and get back in. I'm hearing get back into your good graces, but it won't be worth it. Okay, thank you again so much for watching my video. I deeply appreciate it. Thanks for getting this far. If you got this far, like, share, subscribe, leave me some thumbs up if this resonated with you. My name is B, just in case you forgot from the beginning of this, and I am out of here. Peace out. Bye.